What's up, y'all? We are back, people. We are back. Season 2. Welcome to season 2 of Not Right, Not Wrong. This is Brother Ja, and I'm here with my comrades. We are back at it. The Empress.
Yes.
What's happening with you?
I'm happy to be back.
Yes.
Season 2. I am ready. I'm energized, and I'm ready to get into it.
All right. Brother Mark with a C.
What up?
What's happening with you?
What's
How you
happening,
feeling?
man?
It's been
Alive
a long
and
time
well,
coming. They've
man.
been waiting for us. It's been a long
Alive
time
and
coming.
well, man. Listen, I'm still handsome.
The handsome one.
Know
Mark
that.
with a C.
Know that. AKA C1, AKA Chew Pops.
All that.
Another AKA next episode.
Facts. So yeah, so we here, people. So we are here, we are back. We are doing season 2, our first episode, and we gonna have a little discussion. We're gonna talk about what we learned in our previous episodes from season 1.
Oh yeah.
You know, certain things stood out for each of us individually, certain things poignant. We've learned from what we discussed. We've learned from each other. We've learned from commentary. We've learned from the actual topics by way of research and experience, and our personal journeys that that we incorporated into the topic that we speak of. So we've learned some things, and just like we do in the cipher, we always put things into the circle for other people to pick up and learn and carry on to their daily lives and journey.
Indeed.
The sharing of information, the sharing of knowledge, the sharing of perspectives from all individuals. And that's what Not Right, Not Wrong is about. This is what we represent, and that's where we at. So let's talk about season 1, y'all.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. So Brother Mark with a C, what things stood out for you? What have you learned? You know, what have certain things, what came to you? What did you take away? What was your takeaway?
Well, I'll start off by saying this. We still want all of you to subscribe.
Of course.
Click that button.
Of course.
And I'll say that again once we wrap all this up, that we still want you all to subscribe. So click that button. And for all the fans and everyone that subscribed, I mentioned this to my comrades prior to going live, that it has been a pleasure doing this with the both of you. And I will say this on record, that I don't regret a second of it, what I've learned from you guys. And I want us all to keep winning.
Absolutely.
Ditto.
So definitely what I've learned in season 1 and a lot of the episodes that we've covered is that the word therapy comes up a lot. In a lot of the episodes, me watching them on YouTube and speaking about different topics, the word therapy comes up a lot. And if we haven't gotten that point across to everyone else, let me emphasize it, is that therapy is definitely helpful. For whatever reasons or whatever it is you may be going through, some people may say something like, well, I'm self-medicating. You know, you may not necessarily need therapy today, but you may need it at some point, and it will definitely be useful because there are so many things that are going on in this world. It may be going on within our circle, it may be going on within us, outside of our circle, but you never know when it may affect you, whatever it is that's going on. So I definitely emphasize therapy, and I definitely stress to people that you should seek it out and find someone qualified to assist you, whatever it is you may be going through, just to get you on through life. And something else that I've come across in regards to our episodes is a lot of questions about the future. What it's going to look like, what it's going to be like, what is going to happen. Because I'm sure the fans, as they know, we all have different views in regards to the future and how things are going to look. Ja's more along the lines of conspiratorial things. That's not even a word, right?
I don't think
That's all
so.
right. It's a word now.
You knew D1 was going to say that. I don't think so, right? She made up like 6 words during season 1.
Oh, well, if you give me an option to disagree with you, I'm going to disagree with you.
You see,
It's
we
always
back,
gonna
y'all. We
happen.
back. Gas station.
Already.
So John leans towards conspiracy, and things of that nature. D1 is more centered in regards to therapy and speaking things up and helping people. And my outlook may tend to be more optimistic and have more of a universal approach and be inclusive of everyone. But within that mix, us learning from each other, you really get to see things different because you have to respect other people's views because it may present you with something that you didn't think about. So a lot of questions about the future, what the future was going to look like, what it's going to be like, what it's going to look like for us. And then some things we need to ponder because we're all parents. So as much as it is that we're adults and we're taking care of ourselves and we have this responsibility, we know what we want this world to look like for our children because they're still here. They have to grow up in this. You understand? I mean, I know out of the 3 of us, D1 is the oldest. So she could kind of give us wisdom and guide John and I as we move
get
on.
Your boy. Get him.
as we move on through life, she could share wisdom with us, based on her winter years of living.
Okay, you're still going? Make your point, homie. Make your point.
That's going to help us out a lot. And then we can pass this knowledge down to our kids. And another thing that I'll mention in regards to season 1 that I like the most, I noticed in a lot of our episodes, and it may not necessarily be the topic of the episode, but it'll come up in it, and that'll be politics. So wherever you are on the spectrum in regards to politics, whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, whether you vote all the time, whether you vote sometimes, whether you never vote, you all have a voice in that. And I'm sure over the course of season 1, all of our fans, subscribers, and future subscribers have all heard our voice and how we feel about politics and where it's going. And I think that we all agree on that. The current state of affairs, I think all of our views kind of sync together and how we view politics right now and what it's looking like and how ugly 2024 is going to be. And I think that came up, even the episodes that are humorous, and we're talking about things that's funny because politics could be funny or deadly serious depending upon who you're speaking to. It always comes up in it. And we always express our point in regards to how it looks. So that comes up a lot. And just me reviewing season 1, a lot of the episodes just made me laugh. And I think above all else, what people need today is laughter. And that's truly, truly, truly true when people say laughter is medicine. So I seek out a lot of opportunities to just laugh because there's so many things in this life that can make you angry or distrustful or just remove your joy. So if anyone watched the show and they found a moment to laugh or provide them with some joy or laughter that they could share with someone else and then they subscribe, it's beautiful. And that's why I'm here back for season 2, so we can do it all over again and just give that medicine to other people.
Dig it, dig it. Miss T,
beautiful.
D1.
D1Z.
Did you just call me D1Z?
Oh, man.
I like that. That sounds sick.
Onesie.
D1Z.
I'm not here for D1Z. I'm not. That's a slippery slope. I'm not.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. We'll see. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back. Don't worry about it. So what lessons have I learned? So thank you, Loompa. I can't remember how you say that name. That other AKA. Right. Right. I'm sorry, Oompa Loompa. Anyway, so thank you for sharing that perspective, because it helped me actually think about mine a bit. I think I learned a few things specifically from season 1. One is that I do not like the sound of my voice. I do not like it. It really bothers me. It's hard to listen to, but I don't know. Y'all didn't have that issue. Well, John got this deep, baritone voice. He's probably his.
Yeah, that's the Barry White. He got the Barry White.
He got Barry White. I don't have Barry White. Well, I don't
remember,
want Barry White.
Remember, Marcus Hanson.
So for sure. That's facts.
So he's not.
They can't hear my handsomeness.
He's not disappointed or upset about nothing.
Yeah. They can't hear my handsomeness. They hear that Barry White.
If anyone has questions about Mark's handsomeness, please contact me. I will be more than happy to share my honest opinion. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I want to echo your comments, C1. It's been a pleasure working with you two. It's really working with you two in particular. And I think part of what we anticipated when starting to do this podcast was the way that the three of us have discussions and listen to each other. I was looking forward to having those types of conversations, and to see that for me, they did translate into not right, not wrong. It was nice, and I trust you both. And so even if I don't agree with what you're saying, I can listen, and I can walk away and say, I don't have to agree. I can still listen to their perspective, and we don't have to come to a consensus, but these are the various perspectives that are out there in the world. So that's been highlighted for me. I don't think I've learned it, but it's definitely been highlighted. And something that I've learned or I've relearned has been brought to my awareness within the recent days. Today I was in the gym, and as I go into the gym, there's this woman there who I've seen a couple of times. She's an older white woman. She's walking on a treadmill really, really slowly. She's like maybe walking at a 1.5 or 2.0, something really, really slow. But she's there, and she's walking for a long period of time. At least when I've seen her in the past, she's been there for a while. So I walk in the gym, I greet her, and I say, how are you? And this whole thing, we get into a short discussion. Long story short, the woman says that she's 77 years old. And that just gave me pause for a second, because to think that this woman is about 30 years older than me made me realize that, and like listening to her talk, I'm like, she easily could have another 30 years in her own life. And it just made me think that, God willing, I have at least 30 more years in my life.
Nice.
And it just made me think to me, there's a correlation between that and Not Right, Not Wrong, season 1, season 2, right? It's like the opportunity to restart whenever you want, and not getting stuck in what has happened before, and knowing that there's space for growth, for movement, for you to reinvent yourself. No matter how slow you go, you can keep moving. And I love that, because I think my spirit animal is a turtle. Like, I'm slow and steady. I'm like, you can't rush me to do anything. And so I really thought that was an entire metaphor for life. And that's part of what I learned. I probably have more, but I'll stop there for now. John, what about you?
Wow, that's good. That was
good,
great,
right?
man.
That was deep.
I like that.
Yeah. Scuba.
I like that.
Scuba, man. Scuba. I don't know how to follow.
Scuba deep, yes.
Did she speed up any, or she stayed at that steady?
She stayed at that same steady pace. And in fact, when I asked her how, and the last time I saw her, she walked at that same steady pace for maybe 30 minutes. And at least, and she was there before I even got there.
Okay.
So when I greeted her today, I said, like when I said, how are you? She said, oh, I'm cold, right? And she had on like a kind of a fall type jacket. And, you know, we're inside. And she goes, yeah, all of you young people. First of all, she said young people. And I was like, ma'am, me? But there's all of that perspective. And she said, you know, all of you young people come in here with these cute outfits on. And like I had on a tank top and my leggings and, you know, all of this stuff. And I'm like, wow, that it's interesting of what perspective does. Cause I'm not thinking anything of it. And she felt like she thought, oh, she actually said, I'm in here walking slow like an old fart. And I was just like, you were 77 years old.
Start doing it.
On a treadmill right now. That's amazing to me. Not everyone can do that.
Definitely.
I agree. 100. I agree 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I agree 100%. Well, I don't know how it's gonna be hard to follow up behind y'all two. So that's our show.
Because I'm the wise one.
Hit the button. Good night.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
I learned. Well, I'm gonna echo the sentiments of both of you guys about. I enjoyed doing season 1 with the both of you. It was very fun, enjoyable, and we definitely have, the three of us definitely have synergy. We have that synergy going on. We like you know, we're like the Fugees of the podcast now.
I like that.
I like that.
For sure.
I like that. I'll be Laura Hill. I don't have a problem with that.
You know what I mean? So and so I guess that's you know, that's what I feel about us. You know, we're the Fugees of the podcast. Based on the synergy that the three of us got, we connect. I definitely want to personally want to say thank you, D1, for allowing me to come into the space, because I know the original plan was for you and Mark to have it together. Then, you know, Mark told you that I had the same idea, so we all had this. So it was that connection that developed, and that bond.
John, can I interrupt you for a second?
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Please don't. Ja, please. Go
ahead. I already said I can interrupt him for a second.
Go ahead.
I don't even know what she's going to say, and I want you to finish.
Chupa Lupa.
Oh, my God. Chum Pops. Let me write it down. I'm going to write it out. While you talk, go ahead.
Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen.
That's what I'm going to do.
Chum Pops.
But John, first of all, I need to thank you, because you saved me from myself. Had it just been C1 and I on the podcast, we wouldn't have made it past a single episode. It would have been fisticuffs in the very, yes, it is true. I am speaking. I asked John for permission to interrupt him, so please allow me to do that. Second of all, John, I think I've told you this before, but the way C1 asked me about this, here he comes with his song. Go ahead, put your little song up. That really looks like Oompa Loompa.
The word for the day, Chum Pops.
Or Chum.
You said Chum Pops.
Poops.
Go ahead, D1. Tell them how I presented.
The way C1 approached me, and I don't remember if it was via text or telephone right now. It was on telephone. So C1 said, hey, T, are you interested in a threesome? That's what he came to me with.
Facts.
I just need you to know, as wonderful as this podcast is, it is definitely a step down from that initial offer. I was like, oh, podcast, okay, yeah, sure. Jokes.
I know you're looking at your phone like, wait a minute, what?
Facts.
What What are you?
Listen,
I'm sorry, Ja.
I remember that conversation like it was yesterday. You know, and you know how people always say, if only I was a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Or if only I could see your face. It was a long pause.
Oh man.
Because I didn't even tell her who else.
Right.
Oh.
Said, listen, D1, let me ask you something.
On top of
listen, and I, you know, it's like everything slowed down, music slowed down, everything. I got really scared. I said, listen, D1, let me ask you something. Listen.
With that
I'm
voice,
wondering-
serious.
I'm wondering, are you interested in a threesome? It was just a long pause. I ain't say anything else. You gotta let that sit there for a minute. You understand?
Yeah.
You just gotta let that sit there.
Let that marinate.
Yo.
She was
Now
like,
I feel like you must have muted yourself so that you could laugh and get that laugh out while I was sitting there like, what?
Yeah.
Listen.
He probably was
She
cracking up.
never said no.
Did it?
Gas station.
All right, let's get back to John. John, again, please save us from ourselves.
And that's our show.
Good night. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Not right, not
station.
wrong. Good night.
God bless and good night.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man. So yeah, man, synergy. So we here now. We in season 2. The synergy is great. Learned. I had some great discussions with both of you guys, both of you too. Learned a lot. The one thing I want to point out, what I learned was your episode. You know the one I'm talking about. You know when we talked about emotional protection.
Ah.
Yeah. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was deep. That was thorough, and that was dope. And I think I, as a man, was shown another perspective of protection. So I appreciate you for that, and understanding that, because the ideal way to protect, like any other man, is defend physically if harm comes loved ones way, particularly women that we care about. You know, we that's how we think.
Right.
Physically protect the emotional piece. Yeah, that was something that you opened my eyes to. So I appreciate you for that. That was great. That was a great episode.
Thank you. And you know, I just have to say, I learned something from your response to that, because I think that a part of me thought that men knew that, generally speaking, right?
Yeah.
Generally knew that and understood it and just refused to do it. But in that episode, I realized, oh, wait a second, there is a real communication gap here.
Yes,
So thank you for that.
absolutely. Because I genuinely was like, whoa, I didn't know that. That perspective never dawned on me. And I'm confident I could speak for literally millions of men.
Definitely.
When I say that, because we're raised to protect, and how we protect, we fight. We get into confrontation for anybody that mess with our mama or mess with our girl or mess with our little sister. You know,
Right.
so that's what we're programmed to know and how to react. But that aspect of it, of protection, it's like very, very eye opener. So that's one takeaway that was very poignant, and it was very much appreciated of you sharing that. You know, brother Mark always has great, insightful perspectives when it comes to come on, I gotta give my comrade his flowers, man. I gotta give my comrade his flowers.
If you must.
So to you, Brother Mark, Mr. C, Mark with a C.
You already.
Well, your perspective and your overall insight on how to operate in life and how to navigate yourself through life always keeps me grounded in a sense, because it serves a reminder of how to be, because it's an alignment of my spiritual practices, and you always bring me back to that when even especially when I go off on my conspiratorial tangent, and you have, we have respectful opposing views on certain things, but it's always respectful, because one, it serves a reminder to me that we're all humans. We're all humans trying to work it out. And you always remind me of that. So for you, I definitely appreciate that from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much my take. It's always great to have these kind of conversations. Always great, and I'm looking forward to having more with you guys in season 2 this season. Absolutely.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
And very truthful. From another perspective though, I'm just curious what you two would say. D1, I'll start with you first. What was one of the funniest or funnier moments? I definitely have mine that I'll share, but I'll go with you first. What was one of the funnier or funniest moments you've had during season 1?
Well, that's a good question. I don't really know right now. I know the outtakes, the things that the people don't get to see and hear are absolutely hilarious to me. And I think that one of the funniest episodes, and I can't pick out a particular portion of it, but to me, I think one of the funnier episodes was the I Hate It When episode. Because I think there were some very serious I hate it wins, and then there was some we got all the way into our petty bag.
It was all in.
I know I did.
It was all in the bag. I was in my bag too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun to get some of that off of my chest. Like, yeah, I know this is petty, but I still hate it.
It was therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. But I also love just generally that we bring humor into almost everything, even some of the most serious of topics.
It's a must. It's a must. I think a couple of funny moments. One definitely comes to mind when John just kept talking about Joe Biden and his age. Listen, no, every other comment, once he got his moment, he was like, yeah, but this dude is old, man. I mean, we know Kamala's running the White House. And Joe be like, come on, Joe, get up. And then we go back around and come back to Ja. And he's like, yo, but this dude Biden, man, this dude is old, man. What's up with your president? And then one is like, listen, when the Secret Service come, as long as they don't come to my house, she just kept removing herself farther and farther away.
Yeah.
I know. With it.
So once you started talking about Biden,
Did that episode make it to air? I feel like that's one of our lost episodes.
Nah, that's the one I got. That's the one that,
That's the one.
But, I'm just sharing it, and when we were doing that, and then once John started going in on Biden, the nigga just kept getting farther and farther away from the conversation.
She didn't want no parts of it. She didn't want no parts of it after a while.
He's like, nah, they're gonna knock on the door. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I'm not doing for jail.
Yeah.
I'm not going down like that. And I know snitches get stitches, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my stitches. I'm gonna go ahead and take that and move on. I'm not going down with you. No, sir.
And definitely the other one that I say was funny as well. I mean, these are the most memorable. It was a lot of funny moments that we had. And also with that same episode, I Hate When, is when we were talking about when people text us and they say, call me, because we were just in agreement on that ASAP. And that still hasn't stopped people from doing it. You know, that was a PSA for people, but I guess some people just didn't get it.
You still getting that?
That whole episode was very funny.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any of those. I think my people listen.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I still get that sometimes. Not as much as I did before, but I still get that, you know, sometime in regards to that. And just reading and seeing some of the comments that people leave when they watch our video on YouTube, and they talk about, like Josh says, our synergy. You know, we just like reading that. Once you subscribe, you could leave a comment too, and just reading the comment and just building on that. But we definitely gotta add humor to everything, no matter how serious the subject, no matter what. You know, especially when D1, you know, talks about her age and stuff and her.
Okay, let's move on. You didn't ask Ja about his funniest moments. Let me stop you because you're cruising for a cruising, mister.
We're gonna go to everybody.
Okay.
Keep going. All right, so you next. You got the floor.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, D1. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, no, I already did my funniest ones.
Oh, she did, Ja. It's on you.
You see that? You see that? You see that, man? See that's that 50, boy. That's that 50. That's 50, boy. I'll tell you.
You need to get that on the t-shirt. That's that 50. That's that 50, boy.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God. So funniest moment for me was definitely I Hated When, but I liked definitely liked the first episode, The Ring.
The Ring.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't care. I don't care what size. It don't matter. Tell me.
Just buy it.
I'll just buy it. I'll take the Cracker Jack box as long as
just buy it.
Like what? You know what I'm saying? I'll take the Cracker Jack joint as long as you upgrade it as we're deep into it. Like, yo, you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
I still stand by it too.
That's a crazy bargain right there. That's a crazy bargain. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like I always crack up over Mark's what is it? What do you call that? Mantra. I did one time we did a show, and one time we did a show, and I was like, Mark, introducing everybody. I said, Mark, what's up? He was like, come on, man, I'm still handsome.
Oh, oh man. Oh man.
It's like ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's like, listen, it's still handsome.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a lot of funny moments. You talking about the time I was like, I kept raising up Joe Biden's age, right?
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna go into it. I ain't gonna go into this episode.
Don't do it, John.
Nah. I ain't gonna get nobody in trouble. I ain't gonna get nobody in trouble. But yeah, just lots of funny moments. The outtakes were hilarious.
Uh-oh.
D1's promo.
What's that?
Oh, my promo?
Yeah.
I think the promo is brilliant.
It actually is. And you know what? You you symbolize that we're your two teddy bears. So
Listen.
I'll take that.
That's not what I was trying to
yeah,
symbolize
but
at all.
that's how it ended up being. We her two teddy bears. You know what I'm saying, Mark? As much as she don't want to admit that.
Well, listen, you definitely are, because what they call Barry White the teddy bear. You got the Barry White going on, the voice and all that.
Is it Barry White or is it Teddy Pendergrass?
Nah, I think it's Barry White. I think they said that about Barry White.
Well,
I believe
we need
so.
a fact checker. Where's the fact checker on
this
show?
We definitely got to get a fact checker.
We got to get a fact checker.
We got to get somebody.
Yeah, get a fact checker.
Because we be saying a bunch of random things. Like, what is that?
Nah, I believe that's true. But yeah, but I didn't know what to expect with the promo. So I looked at the video.
Yeah.
And I thought she was joking. And because I just see her and I said, oh my God. She got so much time on her hands. And then she was like, hard. I'm dog walk. And I'm still handsome. And we're back. I said, oh.
Y'all had me do a promo by myself. What was I supposed to do? I was all by my lonely.
Yeah, I understand. Great improvisation.
I liked it. I think I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I just kept laughing each time.
I was cracking. I was cracking. I was cracking up.
And again.
And she gave you the side eye.
Laughter's medicine. Yeah. After she said, you understand? I gotta get that. That had to be in there.
And I give you the side eye, but you deserve the side eye. Every time you say it, you deserve the side eye.
Yeah, that was funny.
So we have some running jokes and from season 1. Are y'all ever gonna let the people in on what some of these things mean?
Not until you and I go to the gas station. We'll let them in.
Here we go. Okay. Okay.
They gotta ask. They gotta ask, and maybe we might answer.
If they ask nicely.
If they ask nicely, yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yes, if our audience asks nicely, maybe. we might hip them. We might hip them to what that means.
We might.
Hit us in the comments, y'all. If y'all want answers, hit us in the comments.
Exactly.
After you subscribe.
Yes. Subscribe.
I tried to get the answers for y'all.
Indeed, man. Indeed. But yeah, man. So go ahead, Mark.
What episodes are you may or may not have anything in mind, or just maybe 1 or 2 episodes you think you all may want to cover this season? Just 1 or 2. I mean, you ain't gotta have 5, everything like that. I know we do 10 shows or something like that. Just 1 or 2 that you could think of that you would like for us to discuss. I'll start with me. The first thing that comes to mind that I may want to discuss. I may want to cuss. It may make me cuss on there. The first thing is Brittany Griner. I'm saying that correct?
Yeah.
I definitely want to touch on that and get everyone's perspective on that. How you feel about it? What we shouldn't do? What hasn't happened? Should it or should have? Just the whole situation about that. I'm just curious in hearing your perspective on that. And another one that I definitely want us to do again, probably we'll just be doing it every season, is in regards to relationships again, and how we have matured from season 1 in regards to the things we may have learned. It may sound like a recap, but once we really get into it and discuss relationships in depth, and this is more so from what you mentioned, Jar, in regards to Tamika's insight in regards to that emotional security. And that, and that has to lead to some sort of growth within us, or whoever took that knowledge and subscribed to it. So that's something we can discuss when we talk about relationships, because that's definitely going to come up. I figure every season we'll have an episode about relationships and go on. So those definitely two off the top of my head. Then, as we move along, I probably could list mine and write it down. And definitely we should have an episode about the Giants. We didn't get into that last season. So we need to have a whole episode about the Giants and that football team in particular, and how good they're going to look for this season, the 22-23 season, going into the season, what the parade is going to look like. I mean, this parade, listen, this, woo!
Don't put me in the middle of this. Don't you do it.
Listen, what the parade is going to look like once we have it.
Switzerland.
This is the best football team in New York. We definitely need an episode on the New York Giants. Those are my three that I'm looking forward to covering with you guys, getting your perspective. You understand? Listen, but D1, when we have the sports one, I just want to hear from you. I just want to hear from you only. I don't want to hear from Josh. So it's just you and I. You understand? Yeah, those are just.
I think I might even have a Giants poster
and
I might be able to put up in the backdrop. I'm just saying, John, I only got a Giants one.
Oh Jesus!
That's all I got right now.
Oh my God! What was I saying about synergy? I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
It all fell apart.
I don't know, but this Giants.
D1, you know what?
Oh my goodness.
I know I liked you.
Okay, wait a second. This feels gross. Giants, Jets. I mean Giants. I said Giants.
You got it all mixed up.
So yeah, John. John. Let's go to you. What you looking forward? What topics are you looking forward to? So, just you and I.
Listen. You sure you want to talk about that? You sure you want to talk about?
Just you and I. What are you looking forward to?
I mean, I'm willing. I mean, if you want to talk that, I'm willing. I think you might have to talk to me about it.
I'm thinking it so right now. I think
No, D1, go ahead. What episodes you would be interested in?
I'm not looking forward to any sports episodes. Y'all both know I don't know a thing about sports, other than there's some really handsome coaches. If you want to talk about coaches and how handsome they are, like if you want to rate the coaches, I'm down for that episode.
I see.
Let's go ahead and do that.
He doesn't like that. He's the only handsome one that exists.
Right.
He's not in agreement.
Definitely not discussing that.
He's not in agreement.
Just know any sports episode, that's the route I'm gonna take. No matter what question you ask me on the sports episode, I'm gonna have my list of coaches ready.
So what if
players perhaps?
Well, what if you don't know what the coach looks like?
I already have my favorite. Exactly. Anyway, we'll leave that for another day. We'll leave it for another day. Anyway, maybe we could get him on the show. That's what we need to do. We need to reach out, have a sports episode, and get my favorite coach on the show. We'll do
Who's that?
I see.
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you off record.
I don't want
to. I'm all things relationship. I'm all things mental health. I think there are so many nuances of each of those topics that there's so many different directions to go. With mental health, I think I'm a little bit curious. I don't know what the episode would be, but I'm a little bit curious about what you guys think about, like, all of these mental health gurus who've popped up online. Everybody wants to help everybody. And so that's kind of taken my interest a little bit. I'm always interested in like the topics like honesty and transparency and what that looks like in relationships, not just romantic relationships, but even like parental relationships from us to our parents or from us to our children. Like, what is that like from our children to us? And I think a really fun one would also be talking a little bit about polyamory, monogamy, lifestyle type stuff, and getting some swingers, the whole thing, getting some opinions out about that, because because now there seems to be, I mean, not now, I think it's a gas station. I think the debate has existed for a while between polyamory and monogamy. And personally, I don't think there needs to be a debate. I don't think it needs to be either or, but I'm just interested in that discussion.
Dig it.
Dig it. I like it. I like it.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Oh man, oh man, season 2 gonna be something, boy.
Season 2 gonna be lit.
We're gonna turn the notch up a little bit.
You know,
to make it spicy.
You know,
put the kids away, y'all. Put the kids away.
Put the kids to bed.
You know what I'm saying? We may have to, yeah, man. We may have to throw up that disclaimer before we start. Put the kids to bed.
Yes.
Like we about to talk.
It's all the way grown.
You know what I mean? Well, for one, you know, just thought of discussing the New York Giants. I don't know, that just does something to my internal. It's rather nauseating. It doesn't sit well with my spirit to talk Giants football and their relevancy and all the kind of stuff Mark was talking about. I don't that doesn't sit with my spirit. You know, it just doesn't. It dampers with my consciousness. I can't. It's very
Dang, you may want to take some meds for that. Huh?
I don't feel emotionally protected.
Yeah.
You know?
Touche.
That does a lot to you, man. I may have to stop talking about it.
Oh my God, man. It's very traumatic. It's very traumatic, you know. No, but you know what I want to talk about? Yo, you know what I want to talk about? Yo, why are brothers getting units, yo? Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up with these cats getting units, man? Nah, B. It's not the wave, man. Yo,
let's do it.
Yo, why these dudes getting units, man?
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
You know I'm a fan of the ball, man.
Listen, man.
Let it go, man. Join the
go.
ball head club.
Let it go, man. Let it go, man.
There's enough room for everybody.
Yeah, let it go, man. You know
Join. Listen, man.
You might be surprised. You might look good.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
The ladies love it, man. Listen.
Take it from the handsome one.
Yes,
you know leave nah, man. Leave them units alone, man. I can't. Yo, these cats be having whole lock sets and then glued on top with the locks, and then they faded on the side. The hair start looking all perfect. Can you go in the pool with that? Like, don't go in the pool with that. You can't, right?
But some of them look okay, and some of them look like magic marker.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing?
Right. I mean,
you can't pool party that. You can't pool party that.
And you know, I want to touch on this topic just for the sake of for D1, to help women like D1. You know, they're gonna come across cats like these. You know what I'm saying? They think their hair is all perfect, and it's a damn unit. You know what I'm saying? We you know, so I want to do this episode to help you out. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You got
it's a PSA.
You got to call them out, man. Dude. You know what I'm saying? Got to call them out, man. Well, another thing, and particularly anything touching on, you know, I'm more, you know, community oriented, more social issues, spirituality, anything pertaining to spirituality, social issues, and stop these cats from getting units. So Yeah, so I'll be thinking of topics pertaining to those things.
That's a wide range, from spirituality to stopping these cats from getting you. You're a broad guy, John. You're a broad
Yeah,
guy.
I'm trying to figure out what's the median. You know, I'm trying to figure out, what's the median? What's the middle ground?
I got
spirituality with your hair. That's I
No, I put social issues in there.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, you would classify that as medium, but yeah, I put that in there.
I'm with you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Those social issues, social justice topics, stuff like that.
I think units, thank you. I think units can classify in actually as an umbrella under social justice. I think so. I feel like it is.
Well, there you have it.
You know,
there you have it. It's the umbrella under social justice.
Yeah, man.
You know, there you have it.
That's it.
Indeed, man.
We make the rules.
That's it, man. That's it. So folks, we all say that to say we're gonna have some stuff stirring in the pot.
Come on, man.
We're gonna have stuff stirring in the pot.
Yeah. Hit that button.
Yeah.
Yes. And catch us every week. Talk about lessons we learned from moving from season 1 to season 2. How are we going to do that without talking about growth, right? We're coming in, we've grown. We're now not just on YouTube, but also y'all are listening to us on 92.6 The Spot. Thank you for listening. Catch us every week.
Absolutely. Tune into that.
92.6 The Spot every week.
Every week. We'll be there.
You hear all this content, take it in, soak it up, enjoy it, and then look forward until the next episode.
Yes, indeed. So, and then we'll have the corresponding video with the audio show. And it's going to be lots of fun. We're in partnership with that radio station, so it will bright things ahead. And like I said, we got stuff stirring in the pot, so stay tuned for a great season 2. We're gonna have a lot to talk about.
And how about maybe listeners, y'all can contact us if you have suggestions of topics that you want to hear us talk about. Drop it in the comments.
Absolutely.
Yeah, or they can email us, notright.notwrong1@gmail.com. Yep, we do have an email address.
We do have an email address. We official out here. We outside.
Yeah.
We outside.
I know majority of the email is going to come from males in regards to D1 in that ring. You understand? And then the rest of it will be about me being so handsome.
Right.
And all the emails these women are going to send me, but we'll filter it. You understand?
It's gonna be a lot to filter.
Not right, not wrong 1@gmail.com. Send us comment. Get in contact with us. 92.6 The Spot. We on there. We doing things. We growing from season 1 to season 2. You hear about the transition and things that we're doing. So we haven't been idle.
Have not. Absolutely. And with that being said, that is our show for tonight, good people. Until next time, on behalf of the Empress, D1, Tamika, and Dark Mark, with
AKA C1, AKA Chum
Pops. Yes. And I am just Ja.
we gotta get Ja something, D1. We got come on.
I actually like Just Ja. I like it. It's simple, it's straightforward.
Just Ja. I'm just Ja.
That's hot. JJ. Just Ja.
Just Ja. AKA JJ. There we go. But that's our show, folks. Have a great one. Tune in next time. Peace.